Hello and welcome to Enshrouded. Today I want to show you some of the stuff we got from the Nomad Highlands, Hollow Halls, and also try to share some tips and tricks. That one is one of the uh, hardest, not necessarily from mobs, but the puzzles. So if we look at our map here, here's the location for the Nomad Hollow Halls. This is the closest flying location. What I do is I fly over onto here, come up across here, then drop down into it. Some other people come, there's a archway right here, and you can fly from here right under the archway, land down in here, and then you can come across this way to get to it. Let's go over some of the drops we got. So there's multiple bosses in this area. So you end up collecting multiple heads when you go through. So this is going to allow us to get to the bronze level trophy from this run. We picked up a snake spine level 22 wand. It's uncommon, so it's only got 2 upgrades. We got ice magic damage and sacred, which is the important one in here because that's 10% more damage against the hollow. We picked up Fowler helmet, Fowler trousers. We got the new stained glass block is what I'm calling it. A sinister crescent staff. I have gotten some legendary stuff out of there, or out of the halls, but so far I haven't on Nomad. All the weapons and stuff that I've been getting there are rare or common. You also get the new giant bone arrow. Does a lot more damage, plus it does extra damage against the skeletons. I think it also does piercing. So when you got a bunch of them coming at you in a row, you can shoot one arrow and it will hit multiple enemies. So that's pretty good. Let's run up to Athlon and go ahead and craft up our heads here. I think I got the materials for it. Wall decorations. So, oh, we need some nails. Let's run up to Oswald and craft up some more nails. Oh, why am I doing that? We'll do shift space, so that way we can do 10 at a time. Now we'll run back down to Athlon. Okay, so we'll do the first one, and now we'll do the bronze one. I need to farm up 5 heads to be able to do the iron, but we will definitely get that done. That is interesting though, the iron. Okay, yeah, it still gives one more. Let's run upstairs and put those up so we can see what those look like. Let's put them, we'll put them over here for now. I might move them around later. Okay, there we go. We got normal and we got bronze now. Let's put this stuff back where it goes. We'll go down and look at the... Well, actually, what we'll do with the new blocks, let's put them... Let's go ahead and put them in the way I think they are going to be the best way to use them. Let's go ahead and do number 2. There we go. These are... look like stained glass blocks to me, so we'll use these as windows. Oh yes, that's very nice. I think that, there we go. Put that in here, here. There we go. So that is the new block. Very nice. There really wasn't any other craftables that I found. I may be missing a secret area, and we'll have to go back and look into that. Let's drop a couple things off. That's good enough for now. So one of the things I learned in there is there's a lot of places where you're going to need to adjust your elevation up or down on the fly. So I'll show you an example of that over here. So we're standing on a ledge, and we need to get to another ledge that's over there and higher, and stop on the edge of that ledge. Now some of them there will be walls, so it's like you're trying to jump from halfway up on a railing over to the main floor on the other side. But there is going to be a lot of jumping, a lot of flying, and a whole lot of needing to use your grappling hook. I would definitely recommend you have an upgraded glider, preferably the legendary glider, but if you're doing a kind of on schedule, you may not have the legendary glider yet. So the next best one was the extraordinary glider that you can craft, and you definitely need the improved grappling hook, and it would be a good idea if you're not really comfortable with the grappling hook to practice doing double jumps anywhere you can find them, because there are sections where you're going to have to do several series of triple jumps using the grappling hook as you go along. I would also highly recommend that you make sure you got Wisp of Light, Flask of the Fail. Now, I use the Ectoplasm Soup for the actual the extra damage against the hollow. Uh, I'm a magic user, so I use glow soup for the intelligence and fruit bowls for stamina and health recharge. Uh, because I'm using the ectoplasm soup, I can't use the meat. If you are using the meat, definitely use uh, well, use whatever works best for your build. Some of the sandwiches are really good for dex builds and constitutions, so uh, I was going to try to demonstrate doing the level changes using my base here. I was going to jump back and forth from this rail over there, from there back up to there, but I needed yucca plants so I could make some more food. So I planted these trees and they're too big to do that demonstration. So that's why we are using this little outbuilding back here. And in case you didn't know, what I'm doing is I'm right-clicking to cancel the flight. So that's how you can do your landings without rolling. Because a lot of those ledges you're not going to be able to roll. There's not enough room to roll. So you need to be prepared to stop. Now some of them, as you're flying across, maybe we can do it over here. So we're going to be flying, aiming for this ledge, and I don't know if I got enough angle, but we'll try it. Now missing like that in those puzzle rooms could make you fall a long ways, so always be prepared to engage your glider again to be able to catch yourself and slow your descent if you miss. Don't have quite enough angle to do it, but on a lot of them what you're going to do is you're going to updraft, and when you updraft you're going to be too high for this and you're going to end up taking fall damage. So what you want to try to do, if you can, in that scenario, let's go over this way. See, you want to avoid that. What you want to do is hit your glide again as you're falling and just keep gliding yourself into that wall, so you keep slowing your descent. That way you can slow your descent and prevent yourself from getting hurt. Let's try that again. Like this, just hit your glide again right into the face of the wall. That'll slow you down, and you do that all the way down the edge of the wall, because some of those places in there are extremely high. Not sure if you caught it, but another thing you can end up doing a lot in there is you can fly and then grab yourself a grappling hook. To pull yourself in to land as well. That is something else that you may end up having to do. So we'll fly over this, and you hit your grappling hook when you see the E light up, and you can pull yourself right down and avoid having to cancel. But being able to cancel and change elevation from locations is definitely going to be a useful skill in there. So if you're a little weak on that, or multi hooking, practice some of that up before you get in there. It'd be very useful for you. So we went over location, we went over the new blocks. I'm definitely going to craft some more of those up because I love the way those look in those windows. Some of the types of weapons we've collected. So, uh, hope y'all have fun. The enemies seem a little bit better in the Nomad one as far as volume of enemies. They definitely still can over empower you or run through you. God, that looks really good at night too. We're definitely going to do that on all of our floors. Uh, Anyways, saying the number of enemies isn't that bad. I think there's a higher density in the lower halls, but the puzzles are a lot more complicated. So be prepared for that. Uh, some of those rooms have like 15 runes, and they're spread out inside of a big giant multi-level room, and that's where the skill of changing elevation while flying is really going to prove useful. So hope y'all have fun, and talk to you later. Thanks.